You Are What You Believe by Rafael Salazar. I've come to realize that most of us underestimate or are completely unaware of the power our minds have in the shaping of our lives. We make of ourselves victims of reality, never considering that the circumstances of our lives may originate from within, from the activity of our own minds. Yet if there's one thing we have absolute control of, it's our mental activity, and the change of mind brings a change in life. This is especially true of our beliefs. Beliefs create who we are, how other people treat us, and mold our experience of life. A belief is anything that you consent as true about yourself or about the world outside of you. They form our personality, our attitudes, and our perception of life circumstances. Beliefs are by far the most powerful aspects of our minds, predetermining what type of person we set out to be. Every individual has their own unique system of beliefs, which has been developing since we have started to be self-conscious. From around the age of 2 years old, give or take, onwards, you begin to evolve your own system of beliefs, which are created either by yourself or you accept them from some external influence. However, most of these beliefs that we collect throughout our childhood come from external influences. Your parents and siblings, your teachers, your friends, the religion and culture you were brought up in. All of these elements of the environment you grew up in implant beliefs in you. Once accepted and internalized, these beliefs become a part of you. They grow with you and shape your self concept. The beliefs that shape your personality really determine your experience of life and may act in your favor or against you. They either empower you or hinder you, make you unique or ordinary, happy or sad. Naturally, when you were a child, you easily believed what you were told, since the critical thinking skills of the mind don't sharpen until our late teenage years. Children have very little ability in discerning whether what they have been told or experienced should be part of their beliefs. Whatever are the beliefs that were implanted in you in your childhood, they form the starting kit of your self concept, with which you grow into adulthood. This is important to understand, since some of these beliefs may actually be harming us psychologically, making us feel disempowered and unhappy with ourselves. For example, a man may have the belief that he is dumb and can't seem to do anything right. This belief is thus embodied by his personality and reflected by the people and circumstances around him. He might be struggling at work, unable to get a promotion, and his coworkers might indeed be treating him as inadequate. Yet this belief that he has that is forming his self-concept probably was not made by him, but was formed from an experience from his childhood. He might have had an abusive teacher in school, which told him he was dumb and stupid. This experience would have planted the belief in him as a child, which in turn now forms his self-concept as an adult. I've realized from my own experience, as well as what I've observed in others, that a lot of our mental suffering is caused by the beliefs and self-concept that shapes us. These beliefs may have been created by our past childhood trauma and can be so deeply ingrained in us that we no longer know how they came to be. Mental illnesses such as depression and anxiety are for the most part caused by our concepts of ourselves and the beliefs we hold about life and who we are. Depression, for example, may be rooted in the belief that life is hard and not worth the effort. It might also be caused from the beliefs that our happiness is unreachable, or that we are bad and therefore unworthy of enjoying life. Anxiety, on the other hand, may be caused by beliefs that create fear in us, such as that the world is dangerous or that our bodies have some sort of problem and may fail us. There's a clear correlation between mental illness and limiting or toxic beliefs, and the more identified we are with these beliefs, the more severe the illness can be. Most, if not all, of our toxic beliefs that we hold come from negative experiences and were not consciously created by us. We internalized them from something that was said to us or happened to us. This is clear in the fact that depressed people don't want to feel depressed, or that the last thing an anxious person wants is anxiety. Yet they are trapped and chained in the beliefs that cause these states, and look for solutions through therapy or medication. While these methods definitely help alleviate mental conditions, I suggest that the way towards permanent healing comes from a transformation of mind. From my experience, a transformation of beliefs and self concept can be the way out of these dark states of mind. So, how can we begin the mental work to begin this transformation? It's important to first be aware of the system of beliefs that compose our personality. You can sit down with yourself and reflect, in a non judgmental attitude, on all the things you have consented as true about yourself or about life. Now, to get rid of a limiting belief about yourself, you don't deny it or try to resist it. This only gives more power to the beliefs, since you are still putting your attention on it. You don't get rid of the belief, I am depressed, by saying to yourself, I am not depressed. The mind doesn't get negatives. So by affirming the latter, you're actually still enforcing the belief. Instead, what you do is affirm a belief that is its opposite, such as, I am happy and optimistic. So on the right side of the piece of paper, for each negative belief, write down its opposite. Write down all the beliefs that would cancel out the negative ones and you wish to embody. It's important to write all of them in the I am tense, since this implies that you now hold that belief. For example, you can write, I am peaceful, I am loved, I am happy, I am successful. After you've written down these new beliefs, cut the piece of paper by the middle and throw away or burn the half that has your old negative beliefs. Now you only have their opposite, positive beliefs to look at. This new list is now what you must feed your mind with, like a sort of mental diet. Affirm these beliefs in your mind until they become a habit. Of course, at first, these affirmations will seem hard to believe and you might feel awkward thinking of them. But the key here is to affirm them with feeling, because it is through the feeling of them being true that you actually begin to embody them. Affirm and feel as true all that you want to believe about yourself, and with persistence, you will begin to transform your concept of yourself. To transform your concept of yourself is to transform your life. The circumstances and people around you are only reflecting that which you believe to be true of yourself. By embodying your new, empowering beliefs about yourself, you are raising your self concept. This, without a doubt, will lift you up to a much richer and happier life. It is the way in which you can begin to become the person you desire to be, instead of the person that people made you believe you are. By believing that you are now that which you desire to be, you are shifting your life into the direction of your dreams and freeing yourself of your past burdens. Every human being shares the same needs: to feel happy, loved, at peace, and to feel that their life has meaning. Yet these feelings will never reach us from the outside. They must come from within. By believing you now possess these qualities, you are giving to yourself that which life will later give to you. Do this as an act of self-love, because no matter who you were and what you did before, you are always deserving of finding happiness and purpose. I know that many people suffer in this world because they feel that their self concept is permanent and cannot change. Which is why I urge you, be bold. Let the old you die, and embody your new beliefs that you only wished for before. Believe now that you have and are all that you desire. Persist on that conviction, and I assure you that life will deliver. For after all, life only reflects all that you are, and you are what you believe.